Hola, buenos dias. Look at this. Look, I'm on the beach. I've come down to the beach, and this is my view today. There's nobody in that direction, and there was nobody in that direction either, which is quite amazing. It's not particularly early. It's gone 9 o'clock in the morning, which might be early for some people, but I do think it's a good time to get down to the beach before the hordes arrive. But it seems to be definitely quiet today. There's hardly anyone around. There's tables missing outside of some restaurants, not as though they've been taken away or vandalised or strewn across the street or anything like that. It just seems to be very, very quiet. Maybe, there's a reason for it. Maybe Tuesday in Salobrena or Andalusia or Spain generally is an off day. So there you go. Anyway, what I was going to talk about today, because I mentioned it the other day, is my little book here, which I've got. Is a little book of diary. Some people might recognise this if they've seen me. It's something that I tend to carry about. I'm one of those people that thinks it's always good to have at least something with you, a pen or a piece of paper or something like that, or a notebook of some description or another. To write things down. Now, whether it be thoughts you come up with, ideas, or whether it just be things that you hear people say, little comments, and you think, oh, I like that, scribble that down, or song lyrics, or, it doesn't matter what it is, you get the idea. But what I started doing, when I went to Seville in April and coming here, I started writing some notes down. Okay, I'm doing video diaries, yes, which is a more modern thing that you can do nowadays. You can do video diaries, I suppose, and I'll come to that in a minute. But I started scribbling things down. Once again, just observations, things that I've done. Not really a diary as such, although it obviously contains things that I'm doing, but just thoughts and observations and things that I see about particular, differences between our culture and the Spanish culture, or just things that happen or whatever, quirky things, whatever. And I wrote down, when I was in Seville, I wrote 18 pages worth. And I've been here, this is my 9th day. I come home tomorrow on a Wednesday, and I've written 30 pages already. But it's a longer period. But I did actually used to keep diaries when I was younger. Not ordinary diaries, sort of a Dear Diary type of thing, and the things that your mum might find. I never used to do that type of thing. But when I used to go abroad, sort of more exotic places, I know when I went to India, which was in 1984, and then I went to, I went to Sri Lanka in 1982 with my mate Keith, and also went to India with him as well. And I went to Egypt in 1987, I think, something like that, and a couple of other places. And I actually kept diaries, which I'm very glad that I did. I actually transcribed the Sri Lanka one some time ago. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all these. This has sort of half inspired me again. I've still got them, and I've still occasionally got them out of the cupboard or under the bed or wherever it is that they are. And you read them, and it just takes you back. Which is the whole idea of them, I suppose, because you forget things. It doesn't matter how well you remember a particular holiday, wherever it is, but especially the reason I did it then was because it was a special holiday. Going to somewhere like India or Sri Lanka at the time was the first one. I'd never been anywhere like that before. I know lots of people haven't been anywhere like that, so I thought I'm going to try and make sure, apart from taking photographs, of course, was to actually write down what happened and some of those sort of little incidents. And there's things that my mate Keith, who I saw not that long ago actually, which I mentioned it to him. I've been trying to find it, and the actual transcription, I was going to send it to him but couldn't find it, because there was a particular story in there that we were talking about and he'd told his wife about, and is this true, Andy? And I said yes it was, because I wrote it all down, everything like this. So I would suggest that anybody does that, and in this, as I said, in this sort of modern age, now you can do it here. I mean, when I've been other sort of more recent times, when I was in America a couple of times, when I went in 2008, when I went to Chicago and down into Nashville and that, and did a little road trip with Mike and Gary, I kept video diaries, as did those guys, because I met them through YouTube in the first place. And obviously when I went to California 5 years ago, exactly the same thing. All the guys there were video makers, were vloggers, and so we were all making our own videos, but I sort of kept a little diary and was trying to upload a video every single day. Once again, just catalogue it. And I have looked back at some of those, and it is really good to watch those again, apart from bringing back memories and seeing how young you looked 5 years ago. And also when I came over here with my mate Clive, 3 years ago, when we went to Augiver up the road there, and I wasn't intending to, but we ended up doing a video every day, and once again I've looked at those occasionally, and they're great. They're good fun as well, because we always sort of bounce off of each other with our sort of different personalities, so that's always a bit of fun. So, and people did quite enjoy them. But there's one in particular where there was a fireworks display. See, that wouldn't have been captured if it wasn't for the fact that I decided to get my phone out and started recording it, and then wow, this amazing firework display happened. So the lesson there, I suppose, is that you never quite know when you might want to look back at these things and remember good memories, maybe not so good memories, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't matter, does it? They're still memories and they're still part of your life, and even writing things down as well, because one day you'll think about that. No, when I went there, when did I go there, and what happened? Did that really happen? And then you've got either the sort of video memories, or you've even got the sort of written down memories, or both. And I'm thinking about writing some like blog posts of these particular Seville and Salobrena memories, and adding in maybe the videos that I've done and maybe some of the photos that I've taken as well. So another thing to do, isn't it? Another thing to occupy my time. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to sit on the beach. I've actually seen a couple of people walk past me. God, it's getting crowded. There's 3 of us here. Oh dear, I'll shut up now before it gets too crowded. Adios.